Why your child doesn't listen to you and what to do instead. Have you ever asked your child to do something simple and they act like they didn't hear a single word? You say, "Put your shoes on." Nothing. You say it again. Still nothing. Then your voice gets louder, and suddenly you're wondering, why won't my child listen to me? Here's the surprising part. Your child may not be ignoring you simply because they are being difficult. Sometimes what looks like disobedience is actually a developing brain struggling with attention, impulse control, emotions, memory, or transitions. Children are still learning skills that adults use automatically. And the way you respond in these everyday moments can teach your child something much bigger than simply following instructions. It can teach them how to manage emotions, solve problems, communicate, and eventually control themselves without you standing beside them. So today, let's look at 7 reasons children may not listen and what you can do differently. And stay until number 7 because it may completely change the way you think about discipline. Let's begin. Number 1. You're giving instructions when your child is deeply focused on something else. Imagine your child is building a tower with blocks. You're in the kitchen and call, "Come wash your hands." Your child doesn't move. You call again. Still nothing. It can feel disrespectful, but children, especially younger children, can have a harder time shifting their attention from one activity to another. Their brain is still developing the ability to stop one thing, process new information, and immediately switch to something else. So instead of shouting the instruction from another room, move closer. Get down near your child. Say their name. Wait until they look toward you. Then give one simple instruction. For example, "Daniel, it's time to wash your hands." And if you know a transition is coming, give a warning. 2 more minutes, then we're going to clean up. You're not being permissive. You're helping your child's brain make the transition. Number 2, you're giving too many instructions at once. Put your toys away, get your shoes, find your jacket, brush your teeth, and hurry up. To an adult, that sounds like a normal morning. To a young child, it can sound like a mountain. Children have limited working memory, the ability to hold information in their mind while using it. When several instructions arrive at once, some of them may simply disappear. Try breaking the task into smaller pieces. Instead of saying, "Get ready for school," try, "First, put your shirt on." Then, "Great, now let's find your shoes." You may notice something important. Your child wasn't necessarily refusing to cooperate. They may simply have needed the task made easier to understand. Number 3, you're asking questions when you really mean to give an instruction. Sometimes parents say, "Are you ready to leave?" The child says, "No." And now you're frustrated. But from your child's perspective, you asked a question, so they answered it. If leaving isn't optional, make the language clear and respectful. Instead of, "Are you ready to go?" try, "It's time to go. Would you like to put your shoes on yourself, or would you like me to help?" Notice what changed. The boundary stayed, but your child received a small amount of control. That matters because children naturally want increasing independence. Giving them appropriate choices can reduce unnecessary power struggles. You're saying, "I'm still the parent, but your voice matters too." Number 4, your child is overwhelmed by emotion. This is one of the most important things to understand. A child who is crying, screaming, frightened, extremely frustrated, or having a major tantrum may not be in a good state for a long lesson about behavior. When emotions become intense, the brain's ability to think clearly and control impulses can temporarily become harder. So imagine your child is screaming because playtime is over. You say, "How many times have I told you that you need to listen? Why are you behaving like this?" Your child may hear your words, but they may not be capable of processing a long explanation at that moment. First, help them calm down. Use fewer words. Lower your voice. Stay nearby. You might say, "You're really upset. Playtime is finished. I'm here to help you." Then, when your child is calm, you can talk about what happened. And I want to pause here for a moment. If you have ever lost your patience with your child, please don't turn this video into another reason to feel guilty. Parenting is exhausting. You are human. The goal isn't to respond perfectly every single time. The goal is to keep learning and repairing when things don't go well. Number 5. Your child has learned that the first few instructions don't really count. This one can be uncomfortable. You say, "Please put the tablet away." Nothing happens. You ask again. Nothing. Then you ask 5 more times. Eventually, you take the tablet away. Over time, your child may learn something without either of you realizing it. I don't have to respond until mom or dad gets really serious. This doesn't mean your child is manipulating you. It means children learn patterns. So try making your instruction clear from the beginning. Get close. Say exactly what needs to happen. Give your child a reasonable moment to respond. Then calmly follow through. For example, "Tablet time is finished. Please put it on the table." If your child doesn't respond, calmly help them complete the transition. The goal isn't to become louder. It's to become more predictable. Number 6. You're talking too much after your child makes a mistake. Your child spills something. You might immediately say, "How many times have I told you to be careful? You never listen. Look at this mess. Why do you always do this?" But what does your child actually need to learn? The cup spilled. The next step is to clean it up. Long lectures can sometimes bury the lesson underneath frustration. Instead, try, "Milk spilled. Let's clean it up." Then later, next time, use 2 hands. Short, clear, calm. And importantly, separate the behavior from your child's identity. Instead of, "You're so careless," say, "That was careless. Let's fix it." A child who hears, "You are bad," may begin to see themselves as bad. A child who hears, "That behavior wasn't okay and you can fix it," learns something very different. They learn responsibility without shame. Number 7. Your child needs connection before correction. This may be the biggest shift of all. Sometimes the behavior you're trying to correct isn't really about the instruction. Your child may be tired, hungry, overstimulated, missing you, having a difficult day, or simply wanting your attention. That doesn't mean you should remove every boundary. It means connection can make cooperation easier. Imagine your child comes home from school and immediately starts misbehaving. Instead of starting with, "Stop that," try getting close. "Hey, I missed you. How was your day?" Give them a moment, a hug if they want one, a little attention. Then, "Okay, let's get ready for dinner." Children don't just need instructions. They need relationships in which they feel safe, seen, and understood. And that doesn't mean giving your child everything they want. You can be warm and firm at the same time. You can say, "I know you're angry, and I'm still not letting you hit your brother." That is connection and a boundary. You don't have to choose between being loving and being a strong parent. You can be both. And here's the bigger picture. When your child doesn't listen, it's tempting to ask, "How do I make my child obey?" But a more powerful question is, what skill is my child still learning? Maybe they are learning to shift attention. Maybe they're learning to remember instructions. Maybe they're learning to handle frustration. Maybe they're learning to wait. Maybe they're learning that boundaries can be firm without being frightening. Every difficult moment is an opportunity to practice one of those skills. If you know another parent who feels like they're repeating the same
I love our
instruction
little family.
100 times a day, share this video with them. Sometimes the most helpful thing we can give another parent isn't advice. It's the
I
reminder
love our
that they're
little
not
family.
alone. See you in the next video.